Hello, everyone. It's Laurel here. How is everybody doing? It's been a hot minute since I've been on. I think the last time was um, Christmas, maybe. It's been a very long year and a half. I'm not going to get into that now, but anyway, welcome to hashtag Creep on June 2026. Well, almost the close of Creep on June. It is the 26th, which is my day. And I'm going to give a little information before I start because my project is not done. Hopefully it'll be done by Sunday, but I had rotator cuff surgery at the end of May, so I have one arm, this one, my left hand. So I've been in a brace for 5 weeks. I have one more week to go, but I am able to get my arm out a little bit now, like to my desk, and I can brush my teeth with my right hand if I keep my elbow tucked in. So it's been a really fun summer so far. And we all know I like to work under pressure, and I had about a million ideas in my head. I can fussy cut because that can be done in my lap. I can cut paper in my lap. Any pushing or pulling or things like that I have not been able to do. So I'm going to work on a little bit with you and kind of explain to you what I'm doing and hopefully have it done this weekend. But I did want to come on and let you guys know that I'm here and working on it, and I have been, but I also had a family emergency. My mom went into the hospital last Saturday and just came home today, so crafting was not on the agenda or on my mind. So she is now home. So I started doing what I could today to try and catch up, but time gets ahead of you sometimes. Um, so that's where we're at with all of that. So first of all, I want to say it has been an amazing month. I do follow along every day. I have to, which is probably bad because I'm at the end of the month, which makes it hard because you're praying nobody's going to do what you want to do. My idea just kept changing and growing because I'm trying to build it in my head, and because I can't really craft it, so I kind of have to work things out in my head and then start trying to put it all together. And I always seem to do things the difficult way. So I want to just tell everybody what an amazing job they did this year. I mean, they do every year, but just the projects were so cool. And I know we still have some days left, and I think I'm one day behind. Because I had other things going on, but will catch up and I will be watching after today. So amazing. Thank you, Tracie, again. The kit was amazing. I am just in love with all these creatures. My granddaughter's in love with all these creatures. My daughter's in love with all these creatures. So there's so many things I want to make. So I'm trying to compose it into one project because my brain doesn't think like that. And I was going to try and do something simple, but my brain doesn't think like that either. So this is the calendar for it. If you go to Tracie's link, you just click on the day and you'll see some lines in here. That means there's two people on that day. So if you click to the top or to the bottom, it'll take you to both their channel. Don't click in the middle, it'll only take you to one, but you click on the top or the bottom. So the people that have two, you'll get to see both people's videos of what they made for the day. So, and I thought she was going to have somebody with me because she wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. I always think I can do more than I can sometimes. So I thought she was going to put someone else on my day. That's why I'm glad I'm filming. And I'm filming late, so hopefully I get it out in time. And sorry, of course, my phone's going to make noise now that I'm on. Also, thank you, Tracie, again, for letting me come in and join on this. I never used to like to craft. I'm not going to be able to find the word with like Christmas or Halloween or, how themed. I never used to be able to do themed. Now I just love when we do the theme stuff. I'm already looking, not that I want Christmas yet, but I'm already looking forward to that. There are a couple kits that go along with this. This is Once Upon a Creep for Creep on June. And then there's the Twisted Tales. It's not part of this kit, but you can use those pieces with it. I'm not sure if I did or not in what I'm doing. I may have some bits and pieces from that. And she also just brought out a new Christmas kit. I will have all the links below for the webpage where you can get this, her Etsy shop where you can find the Amazing Digitals, and everything else. So thank you, Tracie. I'm sorry it's not going to be finished today, but I will try and get it finished by this weekend. So I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing, and I'm going to work on a little bit of it while I talk to you because I want to get some of this built. I'm not going to get a lot of it done, but I want to kind of explain to you what I'm doing. So, believe it or not, I know nothing of the Grimm fairy tales at all. So I had to come up with my own idea of what all this meant to me. Also, I've never seen the original Snow White. I've never seen the original Cinderella. I've seen parts of it, and then I've seen the adult things based around it and stuff, but I don't know the original stories of it. I don't think I learned any of that when I was a kid for some reason. I don't even think I've seen, let's see, Cinderella, Snow White. I don't know the Frog Prince. I know Hansel and Gretel. I know the basis of it. So I came up with my own idea. And of course, my own idea is going to be based around these two lovely ladies because, you know, they're both wearing some purple. And they have purple eyeshadow on, so we can't go without doing purple. And I'm kind of creating my own story to go along with it. And my story involves a witch. And I don't know where my witch is at the moment, but she's the one that came with the, oh, also there's a free one on Etsy that you can use if you know, you can't get the kit, so that you can at least make something and make a box and make something this month. She's in there because she's wearing a purple dress. And I thought I had her right here somewhere. Oh, I do. So it's based around this witch. So this witch gains her power from taking control of everything involved in the forest. The trees, the plants, the nuts, the seeds, the flowers, and all of that. So what she decides she's going to do is she's going to put a spell on all the creatures of the forest so that they can do her work for her, and puts a spell on the squirrel so that they kill all the nuts and stuff and get rid of them all, and puts a spell on the flowers and the trees. And so I'm putting characters to each one of those things. But these two girls, because they were twins, when she cast a spell, this is what she does. She's going to cast a spell on all the creatures. When she cast the spell on the twins, it had an opposite effect. It made them become good and gave them powers. And their powers are going to be to protect all these animals and make them good, to do good things for the forest so that she cannot gain her powers. I know, crazy story, right? But this is what I had to come up with. So that's the basis of my story. So these girls are going to collect these animals and create spells for them, and they're going to keep them all in their suitcase, or trunk, I should say. And there's going to be hidden spots in there where you can't really tell what they're doing or what they're hanging on to, because they don't want the witch to find out. So this is where my project comes in. So they will be a main part of it, and my little witch will be a main part of it. So that's my story. So I am creating boxes, but not. I'm creating boxes that are going to be a half of a box, but it's going to open like an old trunk does, where it's going to have a big side, a big part on one side and a big part on the other. So I'm going to, and you know, it's very hard for me because I haven't crafted in a long time. So, or I haven't filmed in a long time. I've been crafting. I just haven't been filming, not this month, but I am working on something else for Tracie. But when I had my surgery, that got halted, and then Creep on June came on. So I'm probably going to say a million times. I apologize. And when I film and I craft at the same time, I noticed I start doing things that I didn't mean to do because I'm getting ahead of myself, and then I end up having to redo it later. So I am going to glue the backgrounds down to these. So I know you guys know, I know I haven't been on in a while, but I take the digitals into my Word program. I don't change them or anything. I just change their sizes and change the color of things to fit whatever project I'm doing. So this was this. one of these that came in. I'm not sure if it was the kit or with the freebie, but this is cut and stuff because I'm using it for something else. And I made it purple because, you know, the girls are in purple and we know I have to do something involving purple. So this is going to be the bottom of, is this the bottom or the top? This is going to be the top of my trunk. So what I did, and I got smarter as I went along, the first one I made for the bottom piece, I created this whole box, and this part's open for a reason. I'll tell you why in a minute. I created this whole box piece by piece and then put it all together because it's going to go inside the other box. When I got to this one, I got a little smarter and I just put thin lines in my chipboard and made the box to fold, and it fits inside the box that Tracie created. Again, I just made it to the size that I needed it for the stuff that I needed to fit in. So I'm just covering these inside squares with the purple. Something else is going to go over it, but in case any parts showed, I might cut some of this out because there's going to be other things on here. I may not. I may just put this on here. And this was one of the tags that had the double side, and I just cut it in half. So, and I know it's hard for me to film because it takes me a long time to explain my processes. And when I speed it up, you guys say it's sped up too much. So I'm going to try and explain what I'm doing, and then I'll see what I can film, because this arm, this is like it. This is as far as I can pull it forward. So I have this all the way to the edge of my desk, and my chair pulled all the way in. So I'm just going to glue these pieces in, and then, so this is going to be the top of the box, like this. So this is all going to fold in like this. And this is going to become kind of like a shadow box. This side, right here, is going to become a shadow box in here, but it's going to have layers, kind of like I did that Christmas tag, where it's going to be stuff in the back, then on the next layer in the front, then the next layer in the front. And of course there will be lights involved because I have to have lights in my stuff. So this trunk will be able to sit open like this on your desk, and this side's going to involve them, and then the top, which is going to go on top of here, is going to have two pieces. One's going to be hiding something underneath. So the outside of it, this part of it, and I'll try and do more of this when I'm filming, when I'm finishing this up, but I wanted to come on and talk to you guys and let you know I am working on it. I'm sorry it's not going to be done today, but things come up in life, and sometimes, you know, and it seems to be my life a lot lately. So, and it's hard to work when you only have the strength of one hand. So this is going to be the top. There's going to be another piece over this, and there's going to be something on here. And then when that piece is closed, it's just going to look like, you know, the top of the trunk. So that's going to be that piece. And then this one here is going to be on the other side. So it's going to close like this and open like this. See what I'm saying? So this actually is going to, I know you're looking at it all upside down. This is actually going to all be the other way, because the shadow box you're going to see when you open it. So this is when it's opened. This actually goes on the other side. But anyway, I'm trying to explain it the best that I can. That makes sense to me in my brain. And then this on the other side, the bottom one, this is also going to go inside the box. This box right here, I took, and there's another one. I put all of these here to make it stronger. So it's inside, they're inside here. So it made it really strong. Because, you know, I wasn't thinking to do the box thing like I did this one, but I still needed the box. I need a box inside this one. So this box goes inside this one like this. And then the top will go on this one, just like the other one. The top, there will be a top that will go on like this. But this one's going to be a shadow box, just a little bit shorter. So it's going to fit in here like this. Let's see if I can get this one to fit in. This says bottom, so it should fit. Let's see if I can get it to fit. I really can't wait till I have two hands back, because this one-handed, I have no strength in my right hand. So it's hard to do, and I think I need to cut this one down a little. But anyway, this goes in this box, and it's only going to sit like to there. And then there's going to be a whole opening underneath. Well, underneath in here is where all the little animals' information and spells are going to be hidden. So I just made a little tiny accordion book. I'll show you all the pieces. This is going to get cut down way further, but I didn't want to make sure I cut it too short. This is all going to have color inside of it. And this is going to sit in here. And these will be all of the cards right here. So I sat and cut all these to make them fit. And then on the back will be all of their information and their picture, a smaller picture of them. So I changed up some of the pictures a little bit. These were all of the pockets, the different kind of pockets she had in the kit, and some of them are tags as well. And I just left them open, and they're going on the front. And then the character, like say this one, well, she's not fitting on here, and I know she fits on here because she fits in the box. Oh, I think I have to cut her feet off a tiny bit. So they're going to go on here because I didn't shrink down my characters, and I fussy cut all these and did all this at the beginning. So each character that I choose is going to go on one of these, and then their small picture and their information and their spell will go on the back. So these are all of those. So I think I have 9 of them. So these will all go in here like this. And then this is going to go down in that secret compartment down there underneath this, which is going to be a smaller shadow box on this side. Just a small one. It'll probably not be, it'll just be a little bit dimensional. And then the flap, I didn't put the flap on because the flap, and I know these don't look like they fit, but that's because they're not glued in. The flap is just going to fold up. So this suitcase is going to have something in it where this is probably going to have a magnet in it. And then, so when it's closed, it's going to look like a trunk. And then you just flip this side down and they can pull out all their books, all their little notes on all their characters that are hidden inside the trunk. So this is going to hide that, and they'll just see that picture on the front, and no one will know what's hidden inside this trunk. So yes, I know I make things way so complicated. But anyway, so that is where I'm going with this. And they're actually going to be in layers like this. There's going to be trees in here. So they're going to be layers. This moon is going to get cut, and it's going to be up in this corner on one layer. There is a spider web. And I'm going to do something that like to this to make it look more like a spider web. This is going to sit in here in the corner. And it's going to be like they're outside, and there's going to be the little stack of all the little books for all the creatures just behind them, just to make it dimensional. So this moon will be up smaller in the corner. So yeah, so that's where we're going with that. So anyway, I think most of my time is spent fussy cutting a million pieces, trying to put together a million pieces, figure out where I'm going with everything. And if I would have thought of this just to begin with for the main box, it would have been great, but I still need the other box in here because I need to make a top in here. Although I suppose I could have just put this, there we go. See, I knew it fit. I think I was putting it in the wrong one. No, it's got to go in that one. I think it sits right on top of here. But yeah, it fits in this box perfectly, but that's the top. So I may need to change the size of that. And yes, I recycle all my hot cocoa boxes, cereal boxes. I don't have many cereal boxes anymore because I don't eat cereal anymore. So I eat like sugar-free oatmeal. All right, so I'm going to glue the rest of these, and I hope this explains it to you guys. I hope you come back and watch when I'm finished. I know during Christmas I said I would be back to show you the other 2 envelopes that I did. And they are finished, and they all have lights in them and everything. Maybe for doing Christmas in July, I'll bring them out and show them to you guys. But I had just had spinal cord surgery at the end of November. So when I was doing my Christmas stuff, I don't think I was all together here at that time. So yeah, so I didn't, things just got away from me, and I didn't get to film that one, so that's why I didn't come back on and do that one. But I am coming back on to finish this one, and then you will see me again because I am working on something for another project for Tracie using her Renew kit, and a couple of the other ones I kind of mixed together, and I'm making a journal with that, and I really love it. So it's just time gets away from me because I was working. I was trying to catch up on work and taking trips and everything because I had already been off a lot of work this year, and I knew I was going to be having surgery and not be able to work over the summer. So I wanted to get in as much work as I can, and I do work full time, so not this summer, which is really hard. It's very hard for me. Oh, that hurts. It's very hard for me to sit still, and my doctor and my physical therapist, they're like, "Have you tried reading?" I'm like, yeah, I like reading, but can you read for 12 hours a day? I don't want to sit and read all day long. I can't just sit. So it's really hard for me to sit. So I've been watching a lot of videos, catching up on a lot of people's videos, and following the creep on June, and my mind is, oh, not working. My mind is going 240, because my idea just keeps growing. This is what happens. My idea just grows into this. I have like I can't say a plan. I have like a somewhat of an idea of something I'd like to do, and it's probably like a bunch of ideas mixed together. And then when I sit down and I start playing, and this week is actually the first time I've actually been able to get my hand, to cooperate. Because now I can, from physical therapy, I can go out a little bit. So now I can work on some of this that doesn't have to be in my lap with the scissors. So I want to see it done because I don't even know what it's going to look like because it just grows as I'm creating it. But some of these people's stuff, it was just like, oh my God, I'm just having so much fun watching everybody's videos, and just so many creative people out there. It's just like, I don't even know, man. I mean, I know I'm creative, but let's get this out of here now. But my stuff just, it's very hard to film. I mean, oh my God, I can probably film pieces like a lot of people do and just film pieces. But to me, I like to show you like where my brain's at. And I don't know, maybe that's not what everybody wants to see, but some people you'll do it and then they'll be like, can you show how you did that? So that's why I'm always trying to show how I do stuff. And I'm sure there's always an easier way to do it. Like as I go along, I usually think of an easier way like this, like, Laurel, make the box. So this box goes inside this piece of paper. So it just makes it so much easier. I don't know why I didn't do that with that one. I may though now, because it might be a lot easier if I just make the box like this and then glue them together. But then I got to stop and think, okay, am I going to need to put something in here before I glue this together and screw something up? But I think I can glue these down, so I think I should be okay. And I'm gluing these on the inside. And I know it's amazing I'm not using my Fabri-Tac, right? But I will. I have all this PVA glue, and it actually works really good. Paper to paper. I have like 3 different glues I use now. I use the PVA glue. I use my art glitter glue, and I use my Fabri-Tac. So, oh, and I have my Sweet Petunia, which I can't use right now because I can't sit and squeeze the trigger. So, I can't use that one yet. So how has everybody been doing? I really miss being on here, though. I get on here and I get really nervous now because when I first started, I was on here all the time. I love to be on here talking to people, and, now I just talk to myself or my sister. I haven't been on, other than watching. I haven't been on at all. And then, of course, I went to get on and film tonight, and it said, you cannot record until you have an encoder. So I got to call, you know, the magical cam. And, oh, and I had to uninstall Logic Capture, reinstall Logic Capture, and, you know, because I don't keep up like I used to on here and find out what's the latest of everything and the easy way to do things. And I'm sorry if I'm pulling it this way, but I can't. All right, why is it going fuzzy? I can't really stretch out very far, and I'm going to try not to edit this because I need to get the video out. But so that's the bottom of the top, if that makes sense, because this is going to be the outside piece. And I wanted the darker one, which is, I gotta think a second. Maybe this one can go this way on top, because I'm going to put another one on it. My purples were, do you see the difference? My purples, I know they look blue, but there's purple is probably darker than these gloves. I don't understand why my purple turns blue, so I don't think I want this one on here, because, see, this is where I gotta stop and think now. So that's gonna be the top here. So, yeah, this is the top. Where's the top? So I have to put some supportive things in here as well. I thought I did that already. Because this one's going to go like this and be... I got to sit here and think. That's going to be the top. This is going to... Oh, this is going to be the inside. This is going to be cut because this is going to be the shadow box part. So that's that one. And then I think this one goes with this one. Yeah. So let's see if we can get... This one's already ready to go, but then it's going to go... This is going to go inside it like this. I don't know why I did it like this, but I think I wanted it extra super strong. But now I don't know if these are going to bend. Yep. See, they're going to start ripping, but that's because I glued them down and then prayed that it would. See, they're going to pull apart. Oh, I didn't even glue that one. Why didn't I glue these? I think because one's going on the outside. No, I glued that one. Yeah, because these are going to go, I think I'm putting these in between here because I don't want them to show on the inside or the outside. So I think I'm going to do them like that. And I'm just going to have to ink that like that. And then this is going to be the one that goes up. And it's going to have a magnet in here, so I cannot glue this one. See, this is where the thinking has to come in. And then I have to put these two together so that they sit like this. So they're going to sit right on top of each other. So it looks, let's see if I can do this. So it looks like a trunk. So yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to stop because now I have to think and figure this out because I don't want to glue something down before I get the latch and everything figured out on this. So I hope you understand the concept. If you don't, I apologize. If you have any questions, please just ask. I'll be happy to answer. But I will be back to, I'll film what I can. I'll try and get everything ready, and then I'll film what I'm doing and show you what I'm doing. And then, you know, we'll get to the end of this because I want to see what it looks like when it's done. So yeah, and again, I apologize. It isn't finished, but sometimes, you know, things in life are more important and come first, so you got to take care of that stuff first. So, I really want my hand back. So that'll be in my 2 boxes. And my lovely girls. I hope my story makes sense because in my brain it made sense. Because like I said, I don't know any of the Grimm fairy tales. I don't think I want to know them either because I already have enough issues with nightmares and things like that. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'll bring her over here. My Creep on June, hashtag 2026. That's going to go there. Make sure you check out the rest of the collaborators. Again, I'm just blown away because they're all just doing amazing things. And it's so fun to be able to just sit and watch them all. And make sure you don't put any of their ideas in your head, because that's, I mean, my ideas are always way out there and so complicated. But anyway, some of the stuff everybody's done has been so cool. So I will try and get it back up on Sunday. I'm not sure when the 30th is. I'd like to have it up by the 30th. So if you guys follow me, you'll see when the post comes up. I'm going to not edit this. I'm going to not edit this. That was really good English. I'm not going to edit this, so I'm going to try and get it uploaded to YouTube right away. I'm sorry it's so late. It's just been a crazy time right now. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to get out there and create something, and make sure you follow along with the rest of the collaborators, because it's just been so much fun. And happy Creep on June, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.